Hey there, Libra, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your monthly reading. This is going to be a reading for the month of June, and we're going to take a look at your past, present, and near future energies. Also, Libra, if this reading resonates and you want to book a personal reading, send me an email. And of course, if you enjoy what I do, please consider buying me a cup of coffee. Donation link is below, and any and every amount is greatly appreciated. All right, there's definitely love showing up here in your recent past. Well, the desire for love, I will say this. Now again, could be you, could be your person. I just read the energies in the room. I don't know who they belong to, so you're going to be the one that has to make sense of who these energies belong to. Okay, main energy for your reading this month, Libra, is the Four of Swords. There's a lot of healing for you here. Now, either you're healing or you have the desire to heal this connection. I'm not quite sure which one it is yet. The reason I'm saying that is because I'm seeing a lot of glow up energy in the current situation, but I'm also seeing a lot of yearning and desiring in the recent past. So, once we clarify, we'll know more. In the recent past, you get the World, the Star, and the Queen of Cups. You're showing me I had an ending. There was a cycle here, a phase, something ended here in the recent past. And now you want love. Now you're not just showing me like, oh, I want love, just random. You're showing me I want equal love. I want this type of relationship, this type of connection where I love the person and they love me just as much. There's an equal exchange, equal give and take of love here. So it's not just a one-way street where I love them, I don't know how they feel, or vice versa. You really, truly yearn and desire for a love that goes both ways. Now, you may have somebody in mind, or this may be just you have an idea of what you want to feel and what you're manifesting. We'll see when we clarify. In the current situation, you get the Empress, the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. You're becoming very, very clear, first of all, on what kind of energy you want to embody, right? Like how you want to feel. And again, I don't assign gender to my cards, right? Doesn't matter. What you want to feel, how you want to feel, what kind of energy you want to exude, which again, that's the glow up part of the current situation. But then you also have a very clear idea of who you want to attract. You're showing me like, I know the exact type of person that I want in my life. And I'm talking like also physical characteristics. So in the recent past, it was very heavily focused on emotions. In the current situation, you're becoming more clear on like, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, this is what I'm attracted to, this is what I'm not attracted to, these are the traits that I'm looking for, these are the traits I don't want. Lots of clarity happening here for you, and I'm here for it, honestly. In the near future, you get the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. There is a new beginning showing up here for you. There's a brand new start presenting itself here for you. And you're showing me, I don't know if I want it. Not because this person is not like, what you're looking for, because you're so involved and focused on loving your own energy, on loving, kind of taking care of yourself, focusing on your needs, your stabilities, right? Because this glow up energy in the current situation is pretty freaking nice. And so you're showing me like, well, whatever this new beginning is, I'm not sure I even want it right now. Like maybe I'm just good being on my own. Maybe I'm good doing my own thing, right? Which is very interesting. It's very interesting. Let's see. I almost like don't want to clarify this reading because the energies are so nice, but I'll clarify it anyway. Let's clarify the Four of Swords, which is the main energy for your reading this month. Four of Swords is clarified by the Six of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Hierophant. So here's the thing. You're showing me I want to heal. I want to heal the soul connection. I want to heal this divine connection. The problem is you don't know how. You're showing me like, and again, for some of you, this may have been a marriage, and if it wasn't a marriage, y'all might as well have been married because that's how deep this connection is. The depth of the emotion, of the energies that you two share, it's really like a tree, like roots. Here's the thing though. This is a divine connection. This is a soul connection. I didn't even ask the question, Spirit. You don't really know how to approach the whole healing aspect of it. So this could be like practically, you don't know like, okay, do I text? Do I call? Do I show up? Do I not? This could also be in terms of like you yourself. You don't know if you should heal it. Like, is the burden of healing this on me? Is it my responsibility? Is it the other person's responsibility? Should we even try to heal this? There's a lot of questions here for you this month. And I feel like that's kind of why you're entering this like glow up phase for yourself. But we'll see. Let's clarify the world in the recent past. The world is clarified by the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. What came to an end was a long-term connection. Again, some of you may have been married. For some of you, and when I say long-term connection, I don't necessarily mean like a duration of time, right? There are people that have been together for a month that have experienced things that people in a relationship for 5 years haven't experienced. I'm talking about like how it felt. It's one of those connections where it's like, you know, it doesn't matter how long we've been together. If we were married, weren't married, we might as well have been. Like, that's how deep this connection is. And you're showing me that's what came to an end. It's that connection specifically. A cycle closed out. It came to an end. In the recent past, though, the reason it came to an end was because somebody was inconsistent. Somebody was hot and cold. Somebody did not have follow through in their actions for some reason. And that's where you're hung up here on the recent past. You're like, well, it ended. The inconsistency was what caused it to end. So am I the one that's supposed to fix this? Are they supposed to fix this? Is this inconsistency going to go away? Like, your emotions are feeling one thing, and then your logical side is trying to come in and be like, well, you know, it's this hot and cold that caused this to end, so who says that it's not going to end again, right? You're kind of stuck on that a little bit in the recent past. Let's clarify the star in your recent past energies. Star is clarified by the Lovers, the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Cups. Yeah, you know exactly what you're yearning for. You know exactly what kind of connection you want. You want the Lovers. It's not just you and your person here in the 3D world like, oh, I like you, you like me, yay. No, you're looking for depth. You want a connection that feels like your higher selves are coming together here. You know what you want. You're like, literally, if I were talking to your higher self, crystal clear. You know what it is you're looking for. But then, for whatever reason, you're also kind of rejecting whatever this is. Now, this could be because you don't think you're going to get it. It could be because you're like, oh, maybe I'm living in la la land. There's no way that this is even real. It could be because you thought you had it in the past and you lost it. I don't know what the reason for this rejection is. But it's literally like, you're showing me like, oh, I want a cup of coffee, and I'm obsessed with coffee. For those of you that are new here, coffee, cookies, and cake is all I talk about. You have this cup of coffee and you're like, I want this cup of coffee. I know what it smells like, what it tastes like, the perfect temperature, the way the beans taste, everything's perfect. But then at the same time, you're like, no, but I don't want this cup of coffee. And I'm like, why? Well, there's no way I'm going to get it. Maybe I'm being unrealistic. Maybe these beans don't even exist. Maybe there's no way that this temperature could be perfect. Who's going to find this perfect level of creaminess, right? Whatever the reason is, you know what you want and you're rejecting it at the same time because you think that you can't get it or whatever, fill in the blank. So you're essentially literally standing in the way with these limiting beliefs of yours. You're creating the wall between your desire, your emotional fulfillment, what you want, and yourself. It's you. And I know you don't want to hear that, but it is. This wall, purely constructed by you. Let's take a look at the Queen of Cups in the recent past. Queen of Cups is clarified by the Four of Cups, Page of Swords, Three of Wands. Yeah, you're showing me like, I know what I want. I want this type of person to come in and offer me their love. And I want to offer them my love as well. But you have a lot of doubts here. And again, these doubts are whatever this wall is made up of, that's what these doubts are made up of. And you're showing me all these doubts, these limiting beliefs, these what ifs are kind of causing me to just sit here and wait and wonder. Can I get this? Will I get this? Is this realistic? Is this not? So there's a lot of like you doubting your own desires in the recent past. And I understand it, by the way, Libra. Like, people will always come in and tell you like, oh, don't be unrealistic. You know, you have to settle, lower your expectations, blah, blah, blah. And I'm here to say, why? Like, why? You know? What you want exists somewhere. So let's make it exist in your reality. Let's take a look at the current situation. I want to see what this Empress is for you in the current situation. Empress is clarified by the Five of Swords, Three of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. You get the Ace of Pentacles again in the same row in the near future. You know that you want a reconciliation. So you have somebody specific in mind. It's not just this like made up version of who you want. It's you know exactly who you want. And this person is like all that in a bag of chips, right? You're looking at them and you're like, if it was Build-A-Bear, you couldn't build a better person if you wanted to. Like they say what you want, they look how you want, they smell how you want, they make you feel how, like this person is your person. And you want a reconciliation here. You want to have a brand new beginning. I see that. You're in your own way though. Remember how I said you're the one that's constructing this wall of doubts and fears and insecurities? Guess what, Libra? Words have power. And your words, your thoughts, are essentially what is causing self-sabotage here. You are standing in your own way, preventing you from getting to what you want. The cup of coffee is right freaking here. All you got to do is get out of your own way. But you can't. You're not at that place yet. I feel like you will be. You will be. You're just not there yet. And it's not a judgment call. Like, it's not me judging you. This is literally, it takes a long time to uproot these like negative limiting beliefs, these negative thoughts, this narrative that we have in our head, right? Of you're not good enough, you're not deserving, you're being unrealistic, yada, yada, yada. It takes a long time. But you can do it. You can do it. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords in the current situation. Okay, okay. You know this. You know this. You know that you are in your own way. You're clear on that. You're showing me like, I know that I'm the one standing in the way to my own success. But you also don't want to look at this. So it's literally like, you know that you're the one preventing yourself from getting to that cup of coffee. But you also don't want to do that. You don't want to accept that fact, because if you accept that fact, if you're like, okay, I'm the one causing myself, or I'm the one standing in the way of what I want, then that means it's also the burden is on you to take action. It's not anybody else. It's not, some magical creature. You are the one that's in your way. And if you're the one that's in your way, you're the one that can also get out. But that's a very difficult realization to come to. And it's very difficult to accept that because, again, up until this point, right, it's kind of easier to sometimes blame or put it on other people. Whereas if you're like, okay, it's all on me, then it's all on you. So I see in the current situation, you're recognizing it's all on you. You get that it's all on you, but you really don't want to like accept that fact. You're like, no. Maybe there's something else, right? And again, Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords. You just got that. So for the Queen of Wands in the current situation, you get the Ace of Swords, which you just got, the Eight of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. Very similar energy. You're showing me, again, I get it, I see it. I understand that I'm the one that's created this mental prison for myself with all my thoughts, my fears, my insecurities, my doubts. I recognize that I'm the one that is standing in my own way and preventing myself from getting to what I want. But you're not at the point where you're ready to take action yet. Which is fine, because at least you're acknowledging it. At least you're like, okay, so this is what that is. This is that energy. It's, again, I don't know what they say. They're like the first step to fixing something is like admitting that it exists or something like that, right? You're at that point where you're like, okay, I get it, I see, but I'm not at the point where I'm ready to take action yet. And that's fine. That's fine. Let's clarify the near future. I want to clarify what this Ace of Pentacles is, because you got it in the current situation as well. Nice. The Ace of Pentacles in the near future is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Ten of Cups. You're starting. You're starting to take action towards that place of, okay, I got to get moving. I recognize it in the current situation. In the near future, you're starting to take action. And this action is coming from a place of you really focusing on your needs, your desires, your stability. All of these things to give yourself all the love and care that you desire from other people, from external sources, you're giving it to yourself. And that's really the first step towards cracking that door open towards your emotional happiness, right? It's like a new phase for you. So in the current situation, you're like, okay, I see the problem. I see that I'm standing in my own way. I'm not ready to take action yet. And in the near future, you are ready to take action because you've essentially watered the soil beneath your feet so much where you're like, okay, I'm ready to plant something here. Beautiful. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles in the near future. Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Five of Cups, Ace of Cups, Six of Swords. Yeah, you're recognizing, you're looking back at your past actions and you're like, yeah, I recognize that it's like I have to take responsibility here, right? It takes two to tango. And I'm not saying that, your past relationships were perfect, but it takes two to tango. You also played a role here, whether it's with your limiting beliefs, your thoughts, whatever it is. You played a role in essentially preventing yourself from having this new beginning in love that you desire. And you're showing me I'm walking away from that. I'm not taking the past and bringing it into the current situation anymore, right? I'm at the point where I feel like I have what I need. I'm focused on myself. I can give myself what I need to the point where I don't have to drag my past energies, my past thoughts, my past limiting beliefs into the future with me. I love that. This is beautiful. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. Yeah. So you're having this glow up, you're having this elevation in energy, you're coming to all these realizations. But then again, remember, your mind is the one that housed all these limiting beliefs. Your mind is the one that brought in all these fears, these doubts, these insecurities. And in the near future, even though, you're leveling up and you're kind of having that glow up moment and you're coming to all these understanding, the mind is still very, very powerful. And the mind does not like to be silenced. And so what your mind is doing here in the near future is kind of pulling you back a little bit. A little bit. What I mean by that, you're moving forward. You're like leaving the past behind, leaving limiting beliefs behind, leaving all of that behind. And at the same token, you're also leaving the mind, right? Whatever caused all these limiting beliefs behind as well. The mind is like, hey, wait a minute, forgot about me, come back. It's not fully pulling you back, but you may notice in the near future a little bit of doubts of like, well, am I really this healed? Am I really moving forward? Maybe I'm just deluding myself. Maybe I'm lying to myself. Maybe I'm really not worthy. There's all these little, like little gnats, like bzzz, the mind coming in and causing you to doubt all these energies that you're feeling in this forward progression. Again, these are pretty strong energies, so I don't feel like your mind's going to be able to do that much about it, but it's kind of like, I will not be ignored, Dan. For those of you that don't know what that is, I think I just gave away my age. But anyways, the mind is like, yo, come back. Let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind this month, Libra. From the universe, you get the Knight of Swords, the Judgment, and the Sun. Yeah, you're taking action and you're making a decision. You're like, look, I am not going to dwell on this past energy, these limiting beliefs anymore. I am making the decision to take action, to focus on my happiness, to move myself in a direction towards my happiness. This is literally the glow up of all glow ups, if I've ever seen it. And it's beautiful, Libra. You have a very exciting month up ahead of you, and I'm excited for you. All the other signs should be jealous because this is a very beautiful reading. So, Libra, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading resonated and gave you clarity. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and consider buying me a cup of coffee. Donation link is below. Thanks again for tuning in, and I will see you here on the next one.